Hello, cockatoos. Are you hungry? Oh, that's not very nice. No. All right, let me get you some seed. Hang on. Look at that. Nice big container of seed for you, hey? Hang on, I'll put it in there for you. Are you hungry, are you? How's that? That good? You're very dirty today. You've been rolling in the dirt, have you? You look like a grey cockatoo, not a white cockatoo. Where did your friend go? Friend's over there. Probably a little bit nervous of me. I'll step back a bit. You're not nervous though, are you? You gonna come over, cockatoo? Let's go and see the kookaburra. You hungry too, kookaburra? I'll have to go inside and get you some meat, okay? I will. Hey, hello. You'd bite me, wouldn't you? Alright, I'll go and get you some meat. G'day guys! Welcome back. I'm going to have another go at that flower, 3D flower with the rings, and then, you know, pull it through with the stick to make petals. So, the last one was blue and white. This one's going to be pink and white, but I don't want a very dark pink. The last one I did was quite dark, and I just want to do like a pretty pale pink. I've cut down on the amount of resin I'm using. I'm only using 220 grams. I've got 120 grams of part A of the Dalchem and 100 grams of part B. So that's 220 grams. And because I'm going to make my lines thicker this time. This is the test to see if thicker works better. So my resin has been sitting for a little while. I'm going to put 30 grams, which is 1 ounce, into each of my cups instead of 20, because I normally do 20, but because I want to do thicker lines this time, I'm going to go with 30. There we go, 30 grams. That's for my white, and 30 grams for my pink. And I'm going to do some gold leaf. My blue one that I did the other day had silver leaf, so this one can have a bit of gold. I don't need that anymore. I can move that out of the way. I just keep my piece of paper towel there though, just so easy clean up. All right, I really love this gold leaf in the center. I much prefer it to glitter. Glitter just kind of makes a big blob on the back. Whereas this, it tends to be a little bit more flowy. It's lighter, so it's sort of, yeah, it just looks nicer, I think. You don't need very much. I'm trying to find bits that aren't stuck together, or you're stuck together. I have to spend some time opening these up. Because if you put them in when they're stuck together, it's really difficult to separate them. That should be enough, shouldn't it? That'll do. Let's see. I'll leave it open just in case I need to add a little bit more, but most of them are stuck together. So let's add some resin there to make a paste. I'll see if that's enough. I'll just pick you up and you. Oh, now I've got resin on my glove. I don't normally paint this, I don't normally resin or paint at this time of the night. I should be watching Neighbours and Home and Away. But I came home from work and I demolded my blue and silver one. And while I was really happy with it, I just thought I wonder if I'll get a better look if I make my lines thicker. So then I couldn't sit still. I wanted to get up and do it. So right, now what we've got left is going in here. The last, yeah, my blue and white one that I did just before, I made up 300 grams of resin, and it's just too thick. Like it feels too thick and chunky, and my plan ideally is to do a cupcake stand with this technique, but it won't work if each section is too thick, because your hardware won't screw through it if it's too thick. So I'm just trying to see if I can thin it a little bit, make it a little bit thinner. Let's pop some bubbles. And let's just push this out to the edges. Yeah, so it was a bit too thick and chunky, so I thought, oh, I'll just reduce it. There's something in there. I think I got it. Yeah, the last, oh, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Oh, there it is. I can still get it. Yeah, the last one was 300 grams. And this one is 220 grams. Because what you make up here, this 30 grams and this 30 grams for your colour, it's still going to go in. So it's going to, you know, take up surface space. It's going to fill up your mould. So you just have to be aware of that as well. Now I want to wait about 13 minutes before I start piping. So I'll have to check my time. Oh, it's bubbles. Get out. It's a problem with having a slightly thicker resin. You do get more bubbles. Torch it again in a minute. Right, you can sit there for a minute. So let's do the pink first. I'm using the Armour pink. Now this doesn't have a nozzle on it, so I've got some in here, just upside down in a squeeze bottle. I'm going to put 2 drops of the pink. 1, 2, because I only want a pale pink. I'll see what that looks like. I only want a pale pink. Now, because I'm using 30 grams of resin, I need 6 drops of paste. But I'm putting some white in there as well. That's the white, because as I said, I only want a pale pink. So I'm going to do 4 of this. Squeeze, get it to come to the edge. Drop in 1, 2. I did cut the end off my nozzle because I couldn't get anything out. 3, 4. Okay, those are quite big drops. So that's that one. And now pink alcohol ink. So I've got 6 drops of paste in there, so I'll halve that. 3 drops of ink. And this one is just called pink. It's not the magenta, because the magentas are much darker pink. So that's that one there. I was going to check that I'm still taping. My last one, it stopped. If you saw my blue and white one, it just stopped all by itself. I have no idea why. And I also want to add, oh, see, it's still throwing this kind of purpley colour. Even with only 2 drops of the pink. It's a purpley pink. Something in there. And then I'm going to add some of this Himalayan salt pink mica powder. Have I got another stick? I have to use this one just for a bit of a shimmer. About that. All right, so that's that one done. So that's the kind of pink that I thought I was going to get. Next time I'll just use 1 drop of the pink paste and make up the rest of my paste with the white. How am I going for time? So I want to start piping at, yeah, 12, 13 minutes, something like that. So I'll have to keep a check on my video. How long have I been going now, you guys? You can see, can't you? How long have I been going? 8.5 minutes. Okay. Oh, I think I'm on track. All right, let's do the white. Now, same with the white, except it's going to have all 6 drops in of white. Takes a while. Be patient. 1, 2, 3. Just don't squeeze too hard. You don't want too big of blobs coming out. 4. I just get a little bit to the end. 5, and then let it fall on its own. Okay, so that's that one. I don't know why I got a frog in my throat tonight. Oh, because it's night. I cough in the morning and I cough at night. I don't know why. Nobody knows why. It's probably, probably allergies. Now, let's do 3 drops of the white alcohol ink. So I do half the amount that I do for the paste in the ink. And I'm going to put a little bit of the white satin from Rez in there. The same amount that I did for the pink. Just gives it a beautiful shimmer, I think. Right. Let's move everything out of the way. I've got my pink, I've got my white, I've got my center. I've got my little bags sitting there already, ready to go. It just gives it a little bit of a shimmer, a bit of a gloss. I'm going to make the holes in my bag bigger so that I can get more paste out and make my lines thicker. So hopefully you all saw that pink, sorry, the blue and silver one where I did the circles. So you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go again with the same thing. The only difference is I'm going to make my piping lines thicker. And because I'm making them thicker, I need more coloured resin. So I've added the extra 10 grams. So instead of my usual 20 grams that I use, I'm going for 30. Push that down. I buy these little bags from eBay. And you can see there that for some reason, like the resin doesn't go any further than that. And normally I cut about 1/3 off that and leave 2/3 behind. But today I'm going to cut in half. So make that opening bigger. Probably won't be able to see the pink very well because of the pink mold. Hey, but once we turn it out, we'll be able to see it. And if it works, then I'll paint the edges with the matching gold. And then finally, when I get good at it, consistently anyway, because sometimes I do a good one and then I do a bad one and then I do a good one. When I get consistently good results, then I'll attempt a cupcake stand. Twist that around. Now, see how it doesn't go all the way down? Well, that one's gone down a little bit further. I don't know why. I don't know what makes it different. I have no idea. But anyway, I'm going to cut off. I'm going to have probably about a 4, maybe 5 millimeter opening. Let me just see what I'm up to now. Oh, 12.5 minutes. Oh, I've got to get a riddle on. Let's put the gold in. Now, where's my middle? About there. See how it's thickening? It's sort of sticking up. When you do that, it kind of makes a little point and sticks up. I do like the gold, so I'm going to put a bit more gold in there. Made up too much. It was only a few leaves, but it was a bit much. Because a lot of this gets covered anyway, you don't see it, so I don't mind having a little bit of extra in there. It's looking pretty thick though. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's pretty bubbly. Oh well. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Nervous. Now, where's my ruler? When I do it, I want to measure to see actually how wide it is. So I'm going to cut there. It's about 5 millimeters wide. So hard to see. It's about 5 millimeters wide as well. I think the pink's actually a little bit wider. Let's go wider with the white. The white's probably more like 4. Okay. Just leaving quite a nice wide. I hope that's all right. Let's see. Yeah, well, now I'm getting resin on my ruler. All right, I think I'm about 5 millimeters wide. So I'm going to start, let's just get going. Let's make sure that I'm still taping. I'm worried now. What are we up to? 14 minutes. Okay. Well, we'll see how it works at 30 minutes. Wait. Okay, see if I can get this in a circle. Is that centered? I don't know. My last one was a little bit off center. All right, let's just get this done, hey? Wish me luck, you guys. Wish me luck. Pink circle first. I'm going to go a little bit slower so I can get a nice thick circle. Woo! It's pretty thick, hey? So I don't want to go too fast, then I'm kind of dragging and creating a thinner line because I'm sort of almost dragging it up and off. Just have to hope I don't run out of coloured resin now. I'm making these so thick. Whoops. I think I'm doing them about 1 centimetre apart. Ish. I'm trying to offset my start because that's where the blobs are or tend to be. I'll try not to go too fast because when I go fast I end up going thinner. Where am I going? Can't see because my hand's in the way. I always have more room on this side than that side. Every single time. Go a little bit closer here. Come a bit wider out here. Now, I hope I haven't ruined it now by making it too thick. Because sometimes when your coloured resin's too thick, it kind of just like falls straight down, you know. And I don't want blobs where it falls down. I want petals. Whoops, I'm going a bit crooked there. See, because I'm squeezing as I'm going. And it's kind of going a bit crooked when I'm squeezing. Right, I'm going to see if I can get another white one in. It's going to be very tricky because I'm right up against the edge there. But I do want white on the edge. Get right in there. Nice and thick. I looked back on my video when I did the other one and the outer lines, because it was such a big area, I ended up doing a thinner, they were thinner lines. So let's quickly, actually, just want to do some white. All right, let's do this. Drag through. I need another piece of paper towel to clean my stick off. and drag through and drag through. Actually, I might not make them as wide neck last time because I went like that and then I went in again. I might just do this as 3 rather than 4. And not make them quite so thin, because the other one I did half and then I went half and half again, so we'll just do thirds. Let's see if I can get some sort of bigger petals happening. Resin looks as if it's blooming, you know, it's starting to thicken up on its own, and I haven't even added any heat, so that's always a good sign. All right, I'm just going to take my gloves off, or one of them anyway, so I can pick up my heat gun without getting resin all over it. Okay, let's go on low. This has got a low, off, high, so that's all it is. I'm just putting it on low, popping some bubbles round and round. Make sure you don't get so close that you're actually touching the resin, hey. All right, now I'm going to go from the outside in. Hopefully I haven't left it too long. Please move. Please bloom. So calling it blooming now, not puffing up. I think that sounds much nicer, doesn't it? Hopefully I haven't left it too long or made these too thick. And then they'll just drop straight through. We don't want that, do we? But it looks as if it's blooming, you guys. Make sure that they're all blooming. See how it's starting to blow around now? Leave it. If it starts blowing around, just leave it. It's working! I can't clap. It's working. All right, I'm going to get you down for a close-up. But we don't know what the bottom's going to do we? We don't know yet what it's going to do. I'm just going to take you out. What are those little holes? I don't like that. What is that? I had that on one I did recently that had holes like that. I didn't like that. Just gonna cover them. There's another one. Okay. Okay, well, so far so good. Look at the edges. It looks more dense this time than the last one, like the edges. They don't look as wispy, they look more dense, which is exactly what I want, but it's too early to tell. Like, anything could happen. And like, it could be all blobby on the back. We just don't know. All right, I'll come back in about half an hour. I'm going to go and have some dinner and press play for my neighbours and home and away. And then I'll come back and we'll see what's happening in half an hour. So see you then. I'm back. Let's have a little look. Oh, I've got a shadow. That's me. Shadow. Look at the pink. Playing peekaboo. I think it's always a good thing when I see that. It just means that the resin has bloomed underneath. It's kind of spreading to the outside. I can't see any more. But you can see how you've got white, and then you can kind of see the pink under the white there, and then there's the pink and the white, and the pink and the white. The gold's kind of got lost, but you know, when you turn it upside down, when you demold, hopefully, you know, the gold will still be there. So that's what it's looking like now. And we've got the scalloped edges. I'm hopeful that it's going to work better than the blue one. Just because the petals do look more scalloped than wispy in this one. Let me grab the other one. Hang on one sec. Now the blue one at the same stage, I've just put it on a piece of cardboard so you can see. But see, we've got the peekaboo there with the white. But see how the edges, how can I explain it? They're more kind of wispy, and they're not that much of a solid color. Like you can, they're almost transparent, those edges. See how they're kind of wispy? Because I didn't make them very thick. Now let's go and have a look at this one. Back over here to this one. Can you see the difference? So anyway, hopefully that'll work. Stay tuned. I'll be back tomorrow. Hey guys, the time has come. I can't wait any longer. I was about to go to bed. It's 10:30 at night and I was about to go to bed and I thought, no, I want to see what it looks like before I go to bed. I can't wait till morning. So still a little bit bendy, but not as bad as it was. So let's get it out. Oh, it pops out really easily. I think I'll just put it back in the mold and leave it in there overnight. It should be fine. Oh, it's a nice thickness too. Look at that. See, I didn't want it too thick. I've got my glove on, so I'm not leaving fingerprints. I didn't want this one too thick because if it's really nice, I might do, you know, the three layer tiered cupcake stand. Right. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm very nervous. I hope that gold shines through because I can't see it there. Are we ready? All right. On your marks. Get set. Go. Oh, look, you guys. It worked. Oh, wow. Look at the gold. Look at the gold. Oops. Let me focus you better. There we go. I'm always a little bit off center for some reason. Look at that. Oh, it doesn't matter. I love how the gold kind of spreads out a little bit. That's really pretty. Wow. I'm just looking for blobs. I don't see any blobs. So you can see, you know, where the petals are because that's where I've pulled the stick through. So it's actually made individual petals. What do you think? Do you like it? Oh, wow. You can see a little bit of white popping through underneath the gold there. I don't mind that either. Wow. Okay, let me just grab the blue one for one sec. I wanted to just show the difference. Okay, so now look at those petals. See how they're kind of pointy-ish at the end? Well, not even that, but you can see through the colours a lot more, and it's kind of got little dots. More transparent on that one, I think. But see if you can see the difference. Hopefully you can see the difference. So this one had, you know, the much thicker lines, and I think that really, really helped. See, it's much more of a block colour. Not as sort of wispy and pointy. See, those are much pointier, those petals, whereas these ones, they're more sort of rounded. Love it. Love it. Love it. Right. I don't think I want to use them all again until I get a replacement though, because it's just going to ruin my work, which is disappointing. But anyway, I'm really, really happy with the result of the thicker lines anyway. So I'll make a note of that and I'll do that again. All right. And in the morning, I'll go and put it outside and I'll show you the finished product. All right. I'm so excited I can go to bed now. Okay, see you soon.